His heritage in these mountains runs deep. An 8th-generation resident of the 11th District, his ancestors served our western North Carolina towns and communities for over 200 years. His grandfather, 6 generations back, fought in the Revolutionary War for the Colonial Army and later donated land in Hendersonville, where Mud Creek Baptist Church still stands. He is Madison Cawthorn, raised in Hendersonville. He planned on serving his country in the Navy with a nomination to the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis. But all that changed in the spring of 2014 when tragedy struck.
19-year-old Madison Cawthorn's recovery after he nearly died in a car crash outside Orlando.
He was in a terrible car accident in Daytona, Florida. The vehicle slammed into a concrete pylon and burst into flames.
Received a phone call, and it was on her, Priscilla's cell phone.
They didn't think he was going to make it. The injuries just got worse and worse.
So what do you have? He had a broken foot, 3rd-degree burns on one leg, vertebrae broken at T12, the lower back. All of his intestines pushed up to a diaphragm. Like she said, 2 collapsed lungs, 1 kidney ripped off.
And his pelvis was broken.
Broken in 2 places, the pelvis. So he was pretty busted up.
God sustained us, and he just carried us. He was in ICU for 5 weeks. Many times, life and death for several weeks. It's been a long and hard recovery, and he has fought every step of the way. But I knew Madison's heart, I knew his spirit, and I knew that he could do it, and that if anybody could do it, Madison could do it.
His life-threatening injuries tested his determination, faith, and courage in ways very few will ever face. It's been a long and sometimes grueling road back to health. But today, 6 years later, Madison inspires a generation of young Americans to live out their faith, work hard, play by the rules, and pursue the American dream. And now, he's ready to take on the liberals in Congress.
I was born and raised here in the 11th District. Like so many of you, I've known great adversity. I can relate to people who feel like they've been dealt a bad hand, who feel like they've been left behind, who've been disenfranchised, whose dreams have been crushed, who feel all alone. For those struggling just to make it, I say, I hear you, and I can relate to you. I'm a millennial. I represent an emerging generation of Americans who are tomorrow's leaders. I'm an outsider, a new voice with a fresh perspective. I'm tired of politics as usual. It's time to shake up Washington, D.C. It's far past time for a balanced budget amendment to the Constitution, and we must put term limits on Congress. I say no to higher taxes, no to socialism, no to taxpayer funding of campaigns. I say yes to protecting our Second Amendment rights. We must protect our borders and end sanctuary city policies that tie the hands of law enforcement as they protect us from violent criminals. These are very, very challenging times. America has seen dark days before, and America has risen to the challenge. We can and we will get through these trying days if we come together and if we work together. The time has passed for just sitting it out. We all have to get involved. I'm running for Congress because I believe America is worth fighting for. I'm a fighter. I'm asking you to come join me in the fight for freedom.